Howdy y'all and welcome to Lax Lives. I think it's time we play a little 7 Days to Die. Alright, so I made it back home, and I've worked a little bit on my base. And I noticed that, hey, you know what? Coffee beans now have to be turned into coffee seeds before they can be planted. I did not know that. So all that dirt I got from trying to find that treasure that I failed to do last time, I turned into my garden area here. Notice that I did not take the time to clear out some things, hence the gaps in the dirt. These things are ridiculous. 300, 300 hit points they've got. I had no stamina when I quit last time. I was just like, ugh, I'm done waiting for stamina refill. Alright. Now I want to get some coffee planted here. And chrysanthemum seeds, man, which are so tiny I can barely see them. All right. Okay, coffee, chrysanthemum. What are you? I forget what that's called. Goldenrod, corn, and potatoes. What else I got over here? I still got some more areas. Let's see. Oh, hey, look at that. I actually have, I don't think you can make anything out of snowberries, right? There's no... Yeah. There's no snowberry, recipes. I can get blueberry recipes, and I need 9 more chrysanthemum seeds. Well, I probably don't have 9 more spots, right? I need 6 more chrysanthemum seeds. Okay. I am gonna have to go out and hunt cotton, I'm pretty sure, here. I don't believe I have enough cotton for my project today. Which is making the mini bike, right? And so I need the seat. Oh, it only takes 3 cotton. Never mind. I thought it took way more than that. I thought it took 20 for some reason. I have plenty of cotton then. Okay. Alright, so first off, I need a frame. No, where's the mini bike frame? Oh, it's not a frame, it's a chassis. Okay. And then I need handlebars. Right. And then those... None of those take any forged iron, so we're pretty good there. Yeah, that's going to take a little while. So let's go ahead and grab the other bits I'm going to need. I need some... Ooh. Not sure how much mechanical parts it needs. I might have to go hunting for mechanical parts as well. Duct tape for sure. Probably some leather of some kind. I don't know if it's animal hide or leather. Okay. Handlebars. Alright, we got enough for that. Oh, it's 1 mechanical part. Okay, we're good. We're good. And then I need a seat. And then I need handlebars. Oh, awesome. Awesome. So all of this can go back in. Cotton can probably go in here as well. Actually, you know what? I need to turn this cotton into seeds. Just in case I need, you know, some cotton for cloth or bandages or something. Alright, so out of here then, I need basket, battery. Oh. I apparently didn't grab an engine. I thought I had an engine. I also don't have tires. Huh. Okay. Well, I guess we go looking for bits for my mini bike then. There may be something in here. Oh. That's not what I was looking for. I heard some moans, and I'm pretty sure I just heard something breaking something down in here. Was it you? Whoop. Down here trying to break things up? Looks like it, maybe. Alright, so. Can I get an engine out of this? I don't know if I can get an engine out of this broke down thing. It doesn't have an engine. Oops. So I'm guessing probably no. I can get mechanical parts off of it though, and that's something I can always use. And fuel, which is another thing I can use. So those are all pluses. But I'm pretty sure you gotta hit the nearly complete cars, which there was one right behind my base. I don't know why I didn't start there. Oh yeah, because it came down to hunt for zombies. So while I'm working on this, let's talk about Tuesday night D&D, which is yeah, one of my normal conversations on here. So we hit something my DM for my Tuesday night D&D campaign had it homebrewed, and as far as I know, it's his first homebrew, and it's all right. There's nothing wrong with it. We'd been interacting with this town, and so as I talked about last week, probably week before that, we jokingly said we wanted to kill one of the townspeople because they were rude to us. And so he was adamant that not only were we not going to get to kill her, but he was going to ruin the town because we were angry at one of the townspeople. And so they have been overrun by the undead because his guy miraculously stole a book that probably shouldn't have been able to steal and flee in a manner that probably shouldn't have been able to flee. Needless to say, we were in a chase, and I was given no ability to conduct the chase. And my character who was chasing him, he went out the window. He moves 30 feet per turn, and 60 if he runs, but my character can move 105 feet per turn if she runs, and somehow his character leapt out the window with my character following immediately behind and vanished. and I wasn't given an opportunity to detect them, even though they were still detectable, just invisible. I wasn't allowed to even run after them, so they wound up with a spell book that we didn't want anyways, so we didn't care. And that's what ushered in the zombie apocalypse that happened to this town. And so we get started last week, and we're trying to decide what we want to do, and we basically have been around the entire town except for a couple of places on one end of town, because we were told everything that went down happened at the ruined manor on the hill. And so we were trying to get everything else cleaned out on the way up to the hill. Did I get an engine? I did not get an engine. And so one of the people who was missing was this woman who runs a bar that nobody likes, and was the headquarters basically for the bad guys the last time we were here. So we weren't particularly worried about her because, well, she's catering to bad people, and I mean, maybe it wasn't her choice. Still, we weren't that worried about her because she wasn't an NPC we interacted with much. And so we're discussing where we want to go, and he wants to speed things up, he said. So as we go, he has us go to the bar. I don't know if that's what we actually picked, but we were just suddenly there. And when we got to the bar, we broke open the front door, and zombies came out. Now, here's where I start to realize that Tuesday nights D&D is not going to go in our favor. Or I don't want it to go in our favor, but I want it to be fair. And so this is the first indication I have that, once again, he is trying to kill my characters. He is specifically trying to kill my characters. There is no doubt in my mind. Man, still no engine. So these zombies come out, and as I've said before, he's got his character set up so his character can run in, attack, and then run away and hide behind the sorcerer, leaving my characters at the mobs, because we don't have a... Well, we do. We have a tank, but our tank is the guy who runs away and hides behind the mobs. He is the only melee, straight-up melee character, hand-to-hand combat, high, dodge ability and all that, who's supposed to go hand-to-hand with the bad guys. Instead, the healer, my cleric, is the one who winds up tanking, not a paladin, a cleric. Because I don't feel I should be running away and allowing the bad guys to get to our caster, who does not have good armor. But in his mind, as long as they're not touching his character, everything is okay. And he does that. I play with him twice. Once as the DM, and once as a player. And when he's playing, it's as his character, it's the same way. He spends the entire fight trying not to be touched rather than helping the party. And I talked about this before in one of my other episodes, but last was it last week? Yeah, last week's D&D session with him as a player and me as a player, someone else as a DM. He had the opportunity to stop my player from being paralyzed, and because he was afraid that they might cast spells on him, he opted not to do it, and nearly got me killed because I couldn't do anything for like 3 rounds of combat. And then nearly threw a fit because we wanted him to heal instead of run away where he couldn't get spells cast against him. We're like, oh, and he never He never... Can you get engines still? Maybe I better look to see if you have to build those now. No, I cannot build engines. Oh no! Oh no. Oh no. What do I gotta have to be able to make steel? Steel smithing. Steel smithing takes tool smithing of 6. What's my tool smithing at? 4. Well, that's the end of me trying to get an engine, unfortunately, until I find a new wrench. Well, that sucks. I can't repair this thing, so you might as well, I guess, just go in the scrap pile. Well, we still can get tires anyways, and I can look for tires, I guess. But so anyways, we get hey, glue's useful. We get going and so we have to attack these zombies, and so I wind up... Oh, I guess I already went in there. I wind up fighting the zombies, and after one round of the zombies not being able to hit us, he says, alright, I'm just going to speed things up here, and we're just going to say that you defeated all the zombies. I didn't really intend for you to do a lot of combat with them. I just wanted to see if I could knock off some of your hit points before we get further in tonight. What? So we don't get to finish the combat? Then why even have us do it? Just because you want to hurt us before we get to the boss battle, I guess, for the town? Dang it, I thought maybe I could kill this thing without it touching me, but that's a no-go. And he did that twice. Twice that night he just had the bad guys we were fighting try to hurt us, and then when they didn't hurt us and we started taking them out, going, yeah, you just go ahead and finish them off. Not that they couldn't hurt us, just that they didn't hurt us that one round because he wanted us to take damage before we got going. And on top of that, he like used all his special abilities on his character and then wanted to take a short rest, and we're like, this is really early just to randomly I'm taking a short rest. Fine, we'll take a short rest. I feel like we probably wouldn't have taken one at this point, because who blows all of their skills on low-level mobs right at the beginning? Seriously. Hey, what are you doing, man? And so, you know, hey, that's better than the one I'm using. Unfortunately, I don't have any room for it. I guess I'll throw out this stone axe. And I'm going to throw out these 2 leather. So, I really need to go put down my bike so I have my inventory space cleared out. Here's what I need to do. So we get into the manor finally, and when we enter the room, well, no. Then we went to a farm, and the same thing happened at the farm. We got attacked. We started to fight, and then he's like, I'm just going to speed things up again. You guys just kill everything. They didn't hurt you when I wanted them to hurt you and knock off your hit points, so it's not worth taking the time to fight them. Except that that's the part I like, so we're just skipping the part I like. That's your big plan now, is just to skip the one part of the game. Well, I mean, I like a lot of the game, different parts of the game, but that's particularly one of the parts I enjoy. And I guess it's he doesn't like combat. We already established this. We did our Thursday night game. Him and one of the other guys that we play with both threw a fit because there was combat between missions as we were traveling, and they hate it because they feel it slows the game down. I feel they hate it because it gives other people a chance to do something. Because if anybody tries to do something, they kind of throw a fit. Or berate them for trying to do something. That's happened a bit as well. Let's throw out cloth fragments again. I'm going to try and get these tires here. I thought I'd already done this. Did I throw away my tires? Maybe not. I thought I remember trying to grab some tires and getting some decent ones. But, yeah, so we go to the farm, we follow a blood trail back to the... Oh, I see you, Snake. There we go, there's my tires. Whoa. Snake vanished. Please, Snake, you're invisible. Don't be attacking me, invisible Snake. Bank... I still haven't looted that bank. Yeah, my base is over here. So, we get in there, and this is getting to my... Well, I'm already kind of annoyed because he's like, my bad guys aren't hurting you on their first turn, so it's not worth fighting them. And so we get into this this place, and so it's a room, and there are two doors on one end of the room. One's the door we came in, and one then immediately to our right. Directly ahead of us are a door on the left, a door on the right, and a fountain in the middle. And the fountain has been conscripted into their evil plan of zombie raising. And standing before it is this woman that we rescued her son, and now her son is dead. I don't know if he wants us to care about people we met for 2 seconds, but maybe that's what he's going for. I don't know. And so we okay, there's your battery. Oh, I didn't grab the handlebars on the seat, did I? There's your wheels. Let me go unload this stuff, and then I'll be back to get your other parts. So, ooh, you know what? This might be a good time to make some red tea here, so shut up about being overheated. And so, we get in there, and she's dead. Oh, yeah, that goes in there, too. And she's a banshee, it turns out, and so we have to fight her as a banshee. He gets mad because everybody... banshees, when they attack you, they... Oh, yeah, this is medical. They do an attack that may, probably not, but might knock you unconscious immediately with their banshee wail. And so, because we all succeeded, he kind of got mad about his banshee at that point. And so, you know, we're like, whatever. Ooh, we survived it. And so we start attacking it. And he then has, and this part really irritated me, he then has zombies come in from the side doors. But they don't come in from the side doors at the beginning of combat. They come in from the side doors during combat. And so I'm like, okay, but I'm like, okay, your zombies are moving too far. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, if your zombie is in the room he just came out of through that door, because he didn't have them start in the rooms, he had them just appear magically on the board where he wanted them. And I'm like, zombies only move 20 feet. If he wants to run, he can run 40 feet. But he can't get to where you just put him unless he runs. So he can't just appear and attack me. And, because this dude, if you don't keep on him, just follows the rules when he feels like it. And then, you know what, I'm going to merge these together, I think. And usually uses the worst version of the rules, which don't even apply correctly to your character, and then ignores the detrimental parts to his character. And so I'm always having to use the book to point out, hey man, if that's what you want to do, that's fine, but that's not what the book says. And because he harps on and on about how he's going to follow the rules. We can't do things that you couldn't do according to the rules. And so I'm like, dude, your zombie can't move that far. It's 20 feet. Well, I know that, but it just entered combat. I'm like, yeah, but we already started combat. This is like our second or third round of combat now. They can't move that far during combat. Like, either they need to be trying to bust down a door or something so that we know they're coming. They can't just appear magically on the board unless there's a spell that's summoning them. Is there a spell that's summoning them? No, they just came out of that side room. Well, that side room is 60 feet from where we're at, so explain to me how it suddenly jumped 60 feet in one turn. So I'm getting pretty irritated with him at this point. And so, not only that, but when he brought them on the board, one of the zombies moved to one of my characters, one of the zombies moved to one of my other character, and one zombie, or two of the zombies moved on to one of my characters. Another of my zombies, what is going on in here? There's some kind of zombie mosh pit happening. I don't know. I think I need to finish this story. So anyways, the zombies all moved on everybody's characters but his. And he was standing next to the door they came through. He's like, well, the zombie would have just, gone for the first person it saw, and it didn't see me standing directly next to the door. I'm like, okay. And so I sent a message, because we're playing online, and so I sent a message to the other guy. I'm like, yeah, I'm shocked that the zombie moved past his character to my character. And so he sends me back a laughing message, haha, lol, whatever. And because we've discussed this. We've discussed how the bad guys always move past his character to attack our characters. Always. His character barely ever gets attacked. And he runs away and hides behind people almost every chance he gets to. And so... Man. A wire tool. Never had that before. And so he gets them situated with semi-correct movement. They still move past his character to attack our characters. I think one of the zombies wasn't able to attack at that point. But the other three attacked everybody's character but his. And So then he has this other character come out, and oh no, while we were fighting the Banshee, I had moved one of my characters on one side of the Banshee because the way we play, you get what's called flanking, um, which is an alternate rule you can use, but he likes it because it lets his guy do better during fights. I'm iffy as to whether or not we use it. I mean, I'd take advantage of it if we are, but it wouldn't hurt my feelings if we didn't. You know, I put my one character on one side. Well, actually, what had happened was I knew the Banshee had a Banshee Scream because I also DM and I just used one, but I didn't remember how it worked, and so in my head I was thinking that it was a directed attack, and so I wanted to I got no. Can I use the? Yeah, and then I'm just going to put these in there. And so I wanted to turn it so that it only affected my character and not the rest of the group. But it's not. It's an AoE. It hits everything in the area, so it didn't help like I wanted it to. And which is fine. I mean, you know, not a big deal. That's the way it's supposed to work. And he runs his character up, and this is the thing that made me the angriest the entire night. He runs his character up, and you roll a 20-sided dice to determine whether or not you hit, and he rolled a 1, which is known as sometimes a critical failure, which when you're attacking, you have critical hits and critical failures. Critical hits is a 20, or if you have a special ability, it might be lower than that, but it's usually a 20. Or a critical failure is a 1. So a critical hit means you do double the normal damage. A critical failure means you failed, that there's no chance to hit regardless of what your abilities say. And so like we're fighting a zombie. A zombie has, say, 8 armor, right? But my ability to hit with my bow adds like 11 to my... Not on that character, but on one of my characters. Adds an 11 because of the choices I've made to my attack roll. So 1 plus 11 is 12. 12 is higher than 8. I should be able to hit a zombie. But because it's a 1, it's an automatic miss. That's what a critical failure is. So what does he do? And I've never... All the D&D I've played now over the last few months, I've never seen anyone do this. He re-rolls the 20... rolls a 20, and then rolls normal damage dice, doubling them, and says, "Oh, my guy missed, and instead of hitting the Banshee, hits your character for 20 damage." I've only got 31 hit points. He just knocked me from 31 to 11. What the heck? We're on the same team, dude. Nobody does that. Nobody rolls to see if the missed hit is suddenly a critical on the guy next to you. What in the world? And 20 damage. Usually it's like, oh, you hit your partner for like 5 damage or 4 damage or something. You roll like a d6 or something. It's a miss. It's not like he was trying to hit me. But he rolled a 20. I survived. I have a special ability because of my race in the game of half orc that allows me to stay at 1 hit point instead of going unconscious 1 time during the day. And so needless to say that after his hitting me for 20, I then got hit by this other guy that came out to fight us. And it took me down to 0 hit points, but I turned it back into 1 hit point. Oh, that was frustrating. So frustrating. Like, seriously, man. That is not how the game is played. I don't understand why you're so antagonistic toward us. You know, I get it. Sometimes the bad guys get good rolls. That's fine. But you don't just be like, oh, well, you know what? I haven't been able to... I haven't been able to hit you on one round of combat, so I'm just going to say you killed all the bad guys. And on top of that, when we get to the end of the night, he doesn't even calculate our XP. He just gave us a little bit of XP we needed to get to the next level. We've always calculated XP. We killed a lot of stuff last night. Or Tuesday night, I guess it was. We killed a lot of stuff Tuesday night, and he's just like, oh yeah, you get the little bit of XP you need to get to the next level. I'm like, seriously? We only needed like 350 XP? We did like 1200 XP worth of content last time. We should be part of the way on to the next level now, not you just hit the minimum needed to get to level 5. Oh, frustrating. Frustrating, especially a critical hit against your own teammate for no reason. Just cause you feel like it. Just cause of the DM you feel like it. You trying to kill the players. The bad guys also get flanking, and so he ran up and he attacked this zombie, and this other zombie was also attacking him, but when it got to their turn, in fact, he did it twice. He did it twice last night. He attacks something, and usually the way it goes is, well, whoever attacked them last is who they're going to fight back against. Unless it's a smart creature, a dumb creature like a zombie is just going to attack whatever's closest, or whatever hit him last. And so he hit both of these creatures last, and they're on opposite sides of him, and so he's like, well, they're not smart enough to take advantage of flanking, even though they're on opposite sides of me. So one of them's going to attack your character, and then the other one will try to hit mine. And he doesn't roll on the board. He because you can roll a dice in the game. He doesn't roll where we can see it. He did one round of combat one time, and he didn't like the outcome, and so he now rolls, or if he even rolls, he rolls in an area where we can't see, which is fine because that's a DM thing, but he rolls his character's things behind there too, and his character doesn't get hit very much, and almost always hits, and almost always is at the top of the combat initiative. And the bad guys almost always hit for in the mid-20s when they attack my characters. It's rare for them not to hit me, even though I have super, super high armor. Man, I was hoping I'd be able to kill that guy. Like, my one character has 18 and the other one has 19, which is pretty good for level 5. And it's just... Of course, I had to. I had to kit them out in the best armor they could because our tank wasn't tanking, and somebody needed to. And so my rogue is our tank. My rogue and my cleric are the tanks. Anyways, man, I really got rambly there at the end. I thought I was going to finish up about 8 minutes ago. Click like if you like, subscribe, share, and catch the next one, and I will talk to you later.